Hi guys, we're gonna try this for the third time. Hopefully the third time is the charm. I'm not having much faith today in my technology. And of course it's just me, so I'm trying though. If you're catching the replay, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. This is my third time. If you're watching on YouTube, we record this live on Facebook. So if I'm answering questions, I'm talking to people on Facebook. Alright, let's see here. Alright, it looks like it's working. Let's hope. I said that last time and then it completely shut out on me. So let's hope, fingers crossed, this is going to work this time. Alright, I still see it. Alright, let me just make sure I can see comments if somebody comments. And then we might be good to go. I don't know. It's not working again. If somebody is watching right now, can you comment just to let me know that you're here and that you can actually see me and this is working? That would be fabulous if you could do that. I don't know. Until that happens, I'm just gonna act like we're good to go. So I see everything. It looks like it's working. So we're gonna get started. So hi, happy Wednesday. It would not be one of my live shows without something happening. So I have someone, my mom is in town, so she's watching the girls. So of course, nothing can go wrong with them. So something has to go wrong with my technology. So hopefully we have it all figured out now. And you guys can see and hear and watch everything. Okay, so hello, happy Wednesday. I already said that once, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm Larisha, you're at We're Parents, and we do a Will It Work Wednesday series every week where we take a recipe. Hi Kelly. We take a recipe from ourselves, which is what we're doing today, or another blogger who says a meal can be made in 30 minutes, and we see if that's actually true. So we are on episode 14 today. Hi friend Kelly. I'm glad somebody, thank you for commenting, because I'm like, can anybody actually see me? All right, good. Hi Lori. So we are actually doing one of our recipes today, and not somebody else's, so I'm super excited about that. Although it typically makes me more nervous because I'm like, this is my recipe. If I mess this up, then we're really in trouble. But we should be good to go. I think this is a good one. I've never actually, hi Sherry, I've never actually tested the time, so I'm a little nervous about that. But I'm pretty sure that it can be done. So what are we making? We are making a honey citrus salmon. So I have this delicious salmon right here. And then we're gonna make rice with it, and we're gonna make some glazed baby carrots. So it should be really good. Hi Allie. And so the only thing that I've done, because I always tell you guys that, literally the only thing I've done is I put the salmon on this plate so I don't have to wash my hands again. Other than that, I haven't done anything. I'm looking around like, have I done anything? I don't think so. So let's get started. You guys ready? So you can see the time. Whoa, that like flipped around. You see the timer, it's at 0. So we're gonna hit start. You guys can see that it's going, so I'm not cheating. The first thing that I need to do is I need to get the oven preheating. We don't typically do oven meals, but we're going to today. So I'm gonna go walk over here and get that started. Just bear with me. All right, so the oven is going to be preheated to 400 degrees. So while that's doing that, I don't want to mess up. The only time, hi Amy, wait, that's not, wait, yeah, hi Amy. Sorry. I don't want to, the only time we've messed up one of these meals where it hasn't been in 30 minutes is if I forgot to put the rice on time, so the rice didn't get done in 30 minutes. So we're starting with that today, so I don't mess that up. So one tip, what I'm doing today, instead of using water for the rice, I like to do either chicken stock or vegetable stock. You could use beef stock if that's what you have. But we're just using stock. If you make your own, that's fine. I'm using it out of a box today. Hold on one sec, guys. I just want to get this on the stove. And start. Oh, wait, wrong burner. Hold on. It always has to be something. Hold on, somebody said, Amy said, an apron with Will It Work on it would be adorable. That would be adorable. And you know who could make that for me? Lori, and she's watching. Lori, we need to talk after this. We need to get an apron that says Will It Work Wednesdays. All right, so the oven is started, and we have the stock cooking for the rice. So while that is heating up, we are going to go ahead and get started on our salmon. So I have this my salmon here. It was frozen because I'm cheap. Not necessarily, oh, this isn't open. Not necessarily because I'm cheap, but salmon can be really expensive, and it doesn't necessarily have to be. So this is still wild caught salmon from Alaska, which is amazing. I can't get the lid off of this. Hold on. And I get it from Aldi. So it's like half the cost that you would get like super fresh from your fishmonger, but it still tastes delicious. So I just put a little bit of olive oil here on my sheet pan, and I just like that to make sure that it won't stick. It's not technically something that you have to do, but it's just something that I like to do. So I do it. Lori says, I'm on it, haha. I'm so scared to buy frozen fish. Why? I don't know. I do it. We're still breathing? I don't know. You have to tell me why. I've never had an issue with it. We like it. Typically I would do this with my hands, but I'm trying not to have to go wash my hands, so bear with me, guys. And if you can hear, I still have this stupid lingering cough, which is annoying. All right. I feel so weird with the fork. I should have probably grabbed some tongs or something like that. All right. So on this salmon, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to crack some black pepper. I like things a little on the spicier side, if you will. So I'm pretty generous with the pepper. And then if you guys know us for any length of time, you'll know that Andrew used to have high blood pressure through diet and exercise. He doesn't have to have medicine for that anymore. This fork thing just isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to get a new spoon in a minute because I can't. So I did salt on one side, but I won't do salt on the second side. If that's not something that bothers you, or you don't care if it bothers you, then go ahead and do salt and pepper on both sides. Hold on, Lori said it doesn't change the texture. No, we've never had a texture issue. Lori, I feel like frozen does, but I'm uber picky. I don't know, I really like, so Aldi has like 2 varieties of frozen salmon. I've only bought salmon, I think. I don't know if I bought anything else. Hold on, I'm gonna go get I need a new spoon for something else. But it's on this side, so hold on. So Aldi has two types of wild caught salmon. This is the more expensive one. And I like this one a lot better than the other one. I'm not a super big fan of the cheaper one. I used to be until I had this one, and then I was like, oh, this is so much different. All right, so that's what the salmon looks like with just some salt and pepper on it. The next thing we're going to do, I need a bowl. Hold on, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, hi, I'm back again. All right, so we have just a regular orange. I'm going to zest the entire thing into this bowl. Hi, Stephanie. I grew up with catching my fish dinner the morning of. I think that is what scares me. I'll have to try this one. So I didn't grow up catching my own fish, so maybe that's what's the difference, is that I'm like, I don't know. We actually didn't grow up eating fish at all, unless you count the frozen fillets out of the freezer section. That was my experience with fish growing up. Or Long John Silver's. That's it. We didn't have fish otherwise. Or fish sticks. We had fish sticks too. That was my experience with fish. So it might actually, Laura, it may be completely different from you. I don't know, but to me this tastes pretty good. Kelly said, I love Aldi tilapia fillets, but make sure you feel through for bones. I did buy that one time because I remember buying it and I took a bite. We were all sitting down eating. I was like, there's a bone in this. And I was like, crap. And we threw it all away. I didn't want the kids to choke on the bone. Judge me if you want. All right. So we are going to, so after we zested the orange, we're going to juice the entire thing. Lori, there's not garlic in this recipe. You should be excited. I just want to make sure I get that all out. This is seriously one of my favorite meals. We make this salmon all the time, at least once a month. Sometimes if I'm being lazy, I might make it twice because that's how fast it is usually. At least for me. Alright. That's good enough. You don't have to, but sometimes, like, anything that came off on the top, including the pulp, I'll throw in there too. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Throw it over there. Fish sticks or canned tuna, Amy. I had canned tuna fish also, yes. Anything like that. What am I doing? I'm gonna mess up on time today just because I'm so scatterbrained. I'm like, all right, and then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of honey. We use raw honey because it's better for you. Putting it a little bluntly there, but it is. We get it from a local farmer's market, and we love it. I love it so much that I buy 5-pound jars of it at a time. All right, so we're gonna put that in there. I feel so scatterbrained today, guys. I know I'm missing a couple comments. I'll check them in just a second. I just want to get this fish in here before time gets too far away from me. Hold on. I gotta put the rice in. I'm gonna mess something up today, guys, and it's my recipe, so at least it's that. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me try to do this. Kelly said, I grew up in the Northeast and we would have fresh fish all the time, and personally there's not a huge difference between Aldi frozen and fresh, except don't ever buy frozen cooked crab or lobster tails. Those are super gross in comparison to fresh. Good to know, Kelly. Thank you. Stephanie said, which farmer's market? I buy this at the Amish market, but it's from Fruit Orchards. Stephanie, I know you're close. It says it's in Hardingville, New Jersey, so it's still local. All right, so we stirred that up, and we're literally just going to drizzle this across the fish very liberally. Whatever doesn't go across, I just end up drizzling on top, but I like to make sure that I at least cover all of this really well. And then I just pour the rest like that. That's what we do. Okay, folks? All right, this is going, don't mind my mess over there. This is going into the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. This is one of the reasons I love salmon, because it doesn't take that long. So those are about 1/2 inch thick. So for that, you want 10 to 12 minutes. If you have 1 inch thick salmon, you want 18 to 20 minutes. You want it to be able to flake really easily when you pull it out. So that's what you're looking for. All right, so we're just at about 10 minutes. We are going to flip around here, but I want to answer questions, so hold on. Amy said that's a giant honey. It is, but we use this, we probably go through a bottle like this in 2 to 3 months, especially in the winter season when we're making a lot of tea and stuff. We go through it really fast. Hi Denise. Kelly said, will I do the same with Aldi meat because I found bones in boneless chicken? No way! Honestly, I just feel through all meat, fish from anywhere, because in reality there are bones in the stores, so it's wise to search. Very, very true, Kelly. All right, we are gonna flip you guys around here. I'm gonna put you up so you're not looking at my neck. I see my face. Hi guys. Again, if you're new here, this is a one-man show and I do everything by myself. So, woo! All right, we should be good. So the next thing we're gonna make glazed baby carrots. So I need to move a couple of things over here. So bear with me while I do that. All right, the first thing that we have to do is, so I have the rice cooking back here. So that's gonna be done in a little bit. And so I put the link to the salmon. Hi Trish. I put the link to the salmon in the status of this video, so you can grab that. The carrot recipe is not up yet, but it should be up today or tomorrow. So bear with us there. I'm gonna turn this on. So this is just coconut oil. You could You could use olive oil, but I like the flavor that the coconut oil gives to the carrots when you're cooking it this way. So I would recommend that you do it that way. But if all you have is olive oil, then go ahead. All right, so we're just waiting for this to melt. So the salmon, so we're making, if you're just joining, we're making a citrus honey salmon. That already went into the oven. All we did was we juiced and zested orange. And then oh, thank you. I love our stove. We juiced and zested an orange, mixed it with some honey, salt and peppered the salmon, and then threw this, the juice over top, and then threw that into the oven. We have our rice going back here. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure. And then the tip for the rice was that we used a vegetable stock instead of water. It just gives it a lot more flavor by doing something really simple, and it doesn't take a lot more time. You're not adding like a ton of spices and all this stuff, but it just gives it a nice subtle flavor without having to do a whole bunch of extra work. Especially if you have picky kids, but you still want some flavor, it's a nice way just to switch things up. All right, so our coconut oil is just about melted in here. I just have a regular bag of baby carrots. That's super smart. Thank you, Kelly. All right, so we're literally just throwing the carrots in here. And I have this on like medium-high heat. So we're just gonna stir that together. I like to use a big skillet here, so I can make sure that I can get as much of an even layer as possible. That way they're all cooking at basically the same time. I don't have to worry about some burning and some not burning. All right, I'm gonna check time real quick. So we have 13, almost 14 minutes. So what is that, 14? We have 16 more minutes. I'm thinking in my head like, okay, how much more time do I have? Kelly said, sometimes I make rice and throw in lime and some chopped cilantro when it's done. Easy cilantro lime rice, or soy sauce, ginger, garlic, and mixed veggies. Yes, mixed veggies, especially frozen veggies, is a good trick that we usually do. So I'll wait for the rice to cook all the way, and then I'll hurry up and I'll open the lid, I'll throw the veggies in there, and then I'll put the lid back on. And so by the time you get plates and stuff, the veggies basically steam from the heat that's still in from the rice cooking, and then you just mix it all together, and you have like perfectly cooked veggies and rice. And sometimes I'll do that. So we've done it with frozen vegetables, we've done it with peas. And then sometimes we'll do it with black beans. Like we'll just open the can, drain it, rinse off the beans, and then throw it into the rice. And it's like popping on me. At the same time, I just told you to do the veggies. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys get a little closer so you can see. That's what the carrots are looking like. You need me? Baby's trying to interrupt me. Frozen steamed veggies are my budget saving trick, right? And I know sometimes, like, obviously, like, frozen isn't fresh, but it still has to be. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, at least no one is throwing up this week. Frozen veggies are still put into the freezer at the peak ripeness, so they're still really, really great way to like get vegetables and stuff in. I feel like somebody's following me. Hi, Kurt. All right. So now that things have been going a couple minutes, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna salt and pepper the carrots. I love using, this is again from Aldi, I love using fresh cracked pepper just because I think that it gives a better flavor. But if you don't have it, just use regular pepper. And I'm being fancy, I really don't think it does anything, but we have fancy purple salt, and I just like the way it looks, so I use it all the time. What kind of rice do you use? We love jasmine rice. So I love jasmine rice too. Hold on 1 second, Cassandra. I'm going to throw in a little bit of honey in here. Hold on. I'm just using this quick brown rice from Aldi. Again, Aldi, they should really sponsor my show. What was I saying? Oh, I do that because it cooks faster, especially for this show. But I do like jasmine rice. It just takes longer than 15 minutes that the other rice does. All right, I'm throwing in a little bit of cinnamon. And then the last thing that we're adding, okay, so it's not super healthy, okay? We're adding brown sugar and honey. They're a little on the sweet side, but I bet your kids will eat it. My girls are like literally obsessed with these carrots. They will eat them all day long. I wish you guys could smell. It smells like Thanksgiving. That's what it smells like. Alright, let me show you guys what this looks like. So you can see, like, basically the brown sugar and the honey is going to start to caramelize around here when you see it like bubbling like this. And then it's going to get nice and sticky, and it's going to coat these carrots, and it's going to be so good. It isn't, guys, like, how easy is this side dish? Like, it's semi-healthy. Well, we always say semi-crunchy. It's semi-healthy because you're getting your veggies, but it tastes so, so, so good. But seriously, it takes like 5-6 minutes to make this. Like, so easy, you guys. So if you just joined us, we are making a honey citrus salmon. The salmon is in the oven. It should be done in about 2 minutes. We have rice cooking back here that we made with a veggie stock to give it some more flavor. So that's going to take the longest time too because I didn't get it on time. And then we are making a really, really simple glazed baby carrot. And that is also almost done. If you notice that your honey and your sugar mixture is starting to like basically get too dark where it's on the verge of like burning, just turn your stove down a little bit because you don't want that to happen. And then essentially you want to be able to, I have a fork, you want to be able to take a fork and you want to be able to easily pierce through that. I always like to check the bigger carrots. So it went through, but it still needs like a couple more minutes. So we're going to turn that down just a little bit because I want to make sure that we don't burn that. And I'm really not sure like how much you guys can see. Let me see if I can get you guys closer. How much you guys can see in there, but you can see it starting to get like a little thicker. And that's what you want to look for. Let me turn this back up. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for like a thicker sauce that's going to cover these carrots and make that glaze stick to them. I'm like, cook rice, cook! Honey for the win, yes! My friend Kurt is a beekeeper, so yay! Kurt, do you see this is my big jar. We buy 5 pounds at a time from our local market. Alright, so I am, let's see what time, we're at 21 minutes. So I'm going to check the salmon just through here. I'm going to give it 1 more minute. Who's ready for school to start? Hi, Julie. I'm actually like super nervous about school starting. I'm gonna have a kindergartner and a preschooler, and we homeschool, if you guys didn't know that. So I'm a little nervous about trying to teach both of them. Luckily, the little one is only 3, so it's not super important that she's getting a formal education. It's going to be a lot more play-based for her and simple things. So it shouldn't be too hard. I'm just a little nervous. Bite your tongue. I'm not ready. I want more summer. I want more summer too, Stephanie. But the truth of the matter is that we have less than 30 days before school starts. All right. I am going to turn this off. That's almost done. I always look for the liquid to drain off all the way. All right, I'm going to grab oven mitts. I'm going to pull out the salmon. So you can see this is what our salmon looks like. Stephanie said, actually, I'd start school now and take off October, which maybe been planned. Oh, that's a good idea. Like an extended fall break. All right. I'm gonna move these over. I want you guys to see. So like you can see how like it's basically all shiny. Whoa, sorry. It's all shiny and like that glaze is coating that. All right. So let me move this over here. All right, and then last but not least, let me just double check. I'm gonna leave that on for just another second. All right, let me turn you guys back around here. Turn this back down. Bear with my very high-tech advanced, my very highly advanced tech skills is what I was trying to say. All right, so we have a plate here. So we would add a piece of our salmon. This is actually our dinner tonight. We would add some of our carrots. Of course I have this spatula instead of a spoon. Don't mind me, guys. All right, we're just doing that. You guys get the point. Some of our carrots. Cassandra said, oh wow, that looks so good. Oh, thank you. All right, and then let me grab our rice. I don't have room. Hold on. Move you out the way. All right. And then just to show you guys, dinner plated and time. Stop. Let me move this so I don't burn myself when I lean over. 24 minutes. So last week we had a meal in under 20 minutes, and today we have a meal in under 25 minutes. I think we might be getting a little bit better at this. Or maybe I'm getting better at picking what meals I'm cooking. But you guys, really, simple, healthy. You have a ton of protein and omega-3s from your salmon. You have a veggie that is actually really good for you. And then a really simple but flavorful rice. So salmon, baby glazed carrots, that recipe will be up either today or tomorrow. And then rice. I've tasted this a million times, but I always feel like I should taste it for you guys. Since it's my recipe, it's really easy for me to be like, it's amazing, it's mine. But I love it so, so much. It's just really, really subtle. You have like a little bit of spiciness depending on how much pepper you have in there. And then the sweetness from the orange and the orange zest and the honey. It's just really simple and perfect, which is what salmon is supposed to be. Simple, but really flavorful. So, that's our recipe today. Kelly said that looks amazing. Thank you. So, that's this week's recipe. Thank you guys for joining. Episode 14. We've done 14 of these, and they've all worked except for the one that I didn't put the rice on time, or it would have. So, 14 simple and delicious recipes. I'm so excited that you guys have been joining me for all of these. We will be back next week with another recipe for Will It Work Wednesdays, and we hope that you will join us then. Hold on, somebody said, Cassandra said, thank you for doing these 30-minute meals because I'm going to need these when school starts. Yes. And I'm actually, Cassandra, thank you for bringing that up. I'm actually going to put all of these into one post. So it basically says like tried and true 30-minute recipes. So you guys have like one list that you can link to all the time. So hopefully I'll try to get that up this week too, and then you guys just have it all the time. I'll keep updating it as we do these videos. So it's super, super simple for you. So thank you guys so much for always watching, and we will see you next week.